Hi, welcome. You've reached my channel, and it's Ren0216. I'm Ren, and today is a tiring day. I've been really under the weather today. I get chronic migraines, and so sometimes they act up, and it gets hard for me to just get anything done. Good days and bad days, I suppose. Now, I did get some extra stuff up, I guess you'd see. The dress is one I can't wear anymore. It was a custom made dress. My mom made it for me, and I was a lot bigger then, so obviously it's not gonna fit now. So I'm just gonna hang it up. It's still, you know, special. And I have a cat who is sitting beside me today. Very good kitty. That's who you kind of see going there. And that's a Mo. He's back, making his little fur appearance, I guess. But he's quiet today, so that's good. Yeah, today is just a blah day. I think it has to kind of do with the weather, though. I mean, it's pretty cold today. I did allow myself to get too cold earlier. I was close to breaking out in a rash, so I gotta be mindful of that. I mean, cold temperatures for most people, it's just cold and you can eventually get frostbite, yeah, but um, the cold that we got here wouldn't cause that. But for me, somebody who's allergic to cold temperatures, it's just the how cold it is and prolonged exposure can cause rash and breathing issues. So it's like an actual allergy. And it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. So I did bring out the old heater. It's nice and toasty now. So there's that. Today I did my protein drinks and yogurt. I did find that my local store did have the 20-gram yogurts, so that was awesome. I didn't do any shopping today, really, not particularly. Today was a stay home day. Yeah, we all need those. Just like not do much of anything. I call it self-care. Um, we all need days like that. You can't like run yourself ragged, and I understand. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you're just there's so many things you got to do, and it's just go go go. But remember, self-care is important too. And you know, eh, you're not doing anybody any favors if you run yourself to the ground. Being on a diet or changing your lifestyle, I was suppose this was more what it is. You gotta remember that it's not just the physical aspects, but the mental as well. And in times of stress, in times of anxiety, and all these things, they take a toll on your body as well. So trying to be healthy, you gotta kind of plan out for that. Um, Today I really didn't do any cooking, but we had sandwiches and apple slices. I mean, even when you don't go in and cook these elaborate meals, you can still be healthy. There are options. And of course, water. Lots of water. Always gotta have my water. So it's just mindful. And I think that people just assume that if they don't have the time or if they're really busy, let's go get something frozen, let's go get some fast food, etc. But in reality is you can eat healthy and you just gotta, you know, think outside of the box, I suppose. Maybe do some lettuce wraps and maybe do, you know, having a bag of apple slices with you when you're out and about gives you something to eat on with and maintain that hunger level and bringing it down. Packing healthy snacks when you go to run errands, it's going to prevent you, especially if you go grocery shopping, if you eat like a small meal before shopping, you tend to buy less junk food. And because you're not hungry, you'll be like, it's not a big of a deal. And that's what I try to do. I always try to have like something small before I go, or plan it to where it's like right before I've had my meal or whatnot. In that way, when I do my shopping, I am not as tempted to buy the ice cream or the cookies or the chips and things like that. And that way I'm more tempted to buy the fruits, the vegetables, the things I need. I also like to have a rough idea of what meals I'm going to be cooking within the next few days and kind of making a thing. That was kind of a throwback from what my mom used to do. When she went shopping, she would make up a menu for the month and then go from there what she would need to buy and to be able to make those items, which is a really great idea because if you do kind of make up like a menu on, okay, I'm going to be working this day, I got to run errands on this day, children have appointments on this day, etc., and make your menu around that and then do your shopping around that, you're going to find yourself buying less convenient foods and then it puts you in the more mindful set of making yourself accountable, kind of, in a way, like why I do the vlogs. I could easily slip back into my old habits and just not leave my bed and try to sleep all day, but you just give yourself reasons to go do these things and give yourself goals. Don't make them necessarily big ones, like little goals. Like, today I'm going to do this thing and this thing. And don't beat yourself up if things happen and you don't reach those goals. Another thing I found hard when changing life is throwing food away. And it sounds like we're taught at a young age, finish your plate, finish your plate, finish your plate. And a lot of us are taught to eat fast because we're in a hurry. Well, slowing down how you eat is very important because that way you're not overeating. And being okay with not finishing your plate, because it is okay if you don't finish your plate. And that was a hard one, especially when you go out to eat, you're paying this food, extra money for have somebody cook the food for you, etc. You feel guilty, but like, I paid all this money. It's okay. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to not finish your food. You don't have to overheat. You don't have to you don't have to eat quickly. Taking your time to chew your food thoroughly will actually allow you to eat less. And when you do eat, how you eat is you start with the protein. The protein's portion of your meal is first, and then you go to your fruits and vegetables. And then if you have room, that's when you do your carbs. That is actually what I learned from talking to dietitians and bariatric consultants, and that's how they recommend that you eat your foods. So that way you get the most important parts of your foods first, and if you have extra, then you can do the carbs, because in theory we can go without all those carbs, and we have carbs in everything, it seems like these days. There's a lot of carbs out there, especially most conveniently made frozen foods that are ready to eat. There's a lot of carbs in them. It's just an easy source of filler, honestly. And they taste good. I'm not gonna lie on that. I mean, I think they taste good. They're harder for people to say no to. But it's moderation. And it's really moderation. And picking your proteins. Not all proteins are equal, I noticed. Honestly, I think fish is one of the best ones, which is strange. Yeah, I live close enough to the Gulf that I can get fresh fish daily if I wanted to. Ironically, I don't eat a lot of fish. I like fish. If it's fresh, I like it. And sometimes I will go buy some fish because it is good for you and it's great. It's very versatile. You can make a lot of stuff with fish. Turkey and chicken are another good sources of proteins. Beef is lower on the list, and so is pork. But it doesn't mean necessarily that they're bad. This is all about moderation and proportion size. The main thing, though, is making sure that you get your proteins. And the easiest way I have found to ensure that you do get your protein is, of course, protein drinks and protein dense yogurts. Um, those are one of the better ways of making sure you have your proteins every day, because you can have more than what your protein goal is. It's just less than your body will start absorbing your muscles, and then make it harder for you to lose that weight, because the muscles, it's like a chain reaction, because those muscles will, the more muscles you have, the higher metabolism and etc. And your body, how you start losing weight is you tend to, if you don't have enough protein, your body will actually start breaking down your muscles to get that energy. It's a sad state of affair. But if it done correctly, and you do get your proper proteins, and you do keep out a normal regular workout routine, and you start slowly gaining some muscle and stuff over time, yeah, your metabolism will start to lose that weight. It will go up, and on top of everything else, you're you're not losing your muscle tone as long as you stay conscientious. And that's why I recommend using a fitness app that has a food diary, because it is a game changer right there. That's how I keep track of everything. When I first started, that's how I knew where I was at any given day, part of the day, where my nutrient levels were at, where my protein levels were at, where my carbs were at, sugars, salts, everything. I had that down, and it was easier for me to just take care of and do, because I'm just a normal person. I am not this mathematician that can figure all this stuff out. I'm not amazingly great in science. I'm just a normal everyday person trying to make my life healthy. And I found that it doesn't really matter what app you use, as long as it's got that food diary and it allows you to figure out where your levels are at. And if anything, it also put in how much exercise you do that day and how much water you do that day. You can keep track of everything, and it just tells you where you're at and how well you're doing. And that's a game changer right there. I am obsessed with it. And it's in your phone. So, like, how often do all of us take our phones like everywhere we go? So, today is just a slow day, folks. But I'm sorry I don't have the energy today. It's been a day. Sometimes our illnesses do catch up with us, our chronic things that we have with our bodies, and there are good days and bad days. So if you're having a slow bad day like me, that's okay too. And as always, your imperfections are what make you beautiful, because your imperfections are what make you unique. So let's get rid of that stereotype of Barbie and flawlessness. Let's start embracing our imperfections, because it's not you who need to change. It's the world that needs to change its opinion. And let's get to size healthy together. I hope, with hope, everything is possible. So never lose it. And always hydrate, drink your water. And until next time, if you like my channel, like and subscribe. I'm going to do daily vlogs for December and January. So let me know what you think back in the comments. Be safe out there. Love you all. Till next time.